$1,500 on your showcase, Paulette. Actual retail price of Paulette Showcase, $17,687. You're over, and Andrea is the winner. One. Yes, one. You have won $45,142 in prize. Bob Barker reminding you, help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Goodbye, buddy.
Is Roddy. Speaking for The Price is Right, a Mark Goodson television production.
What's so cool about this summer's hottest pageant, Miss Teen USA? Pop sensation Willa Ford and NSYNC's Chris Kirkpatrick host, with a special performance by Bow Wow. 51 teams compete for the crown. Who'll be the next Miss Teen USA? Live CBS Wednesday.
Right now on CBS 2, let the games begin. You're looking live at the National Tennis Center where the U.S. Open is underway.
And with tens of thousands of fans pouring in, police are taking no chances today. Security is super tight.
Live from the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadows, this is CBS 2 News at noon.
Good afternoon. Live from the 2002 U.S. Open, I'm Cindy Hsu.
I'm Michael Pomeranz. All this week, in fact, even on Labor Day, we'll be bringing you the new news live from the world's premier tennis championship.
We've got several members of the CBS 2 News team here. First up, meteorologist Craig Allen, who will be closely watching the all-important weather for the big event.
Also, sports anchor Gary Apple is going to be joining us. He'll have all the tennis highlights for you and other sports news.
And our team of reporters here at the Open doesn't end there. Also with us today are Rose Walia and Amy Stone. We're going to check in with Amy a little later, but right now Rose has a look at the tight security at the tennis center this year. Rose?
Well, Cindy, 36 hours after the U.S. Open concluded last year, September 11th took place, and ever since then, security has been beefed up at all large events. And since the most attendance is here at the U.S. Open, more than 600,000 fans are expected during the week, security is especially tight. They've come to see the likes of Venus and Serena Williams and many other top-seeded tennis players. But before you get into the U.S. Open, you will have to get through security. Only one bag per person this year, and it's being heavily scrutinized at the gate. But if you want to beat the lines, travel light like this woman.
We read it in the paper about only certain things can come in, and that's fine.
Are you happy that they have these types of rules?
Oh, yes, yes, very happy.
Not allowed in this year, briefcases, backpacks, coolers, glass bottles, and video cameras. Hundreds of uniformed and undercover police officers are patrolling the tennis complex, from inspecting cars and credentials to making the rounds with bomb-sniffing dogs. They're making their presence known. It's a comfort to fans.
It's good for everyone's safety. It makes everyone feel secure.
And to Richard Williams.
Look at it, look good and handsome. I wish I looked that nice and handsome.
Do you think it's enough?
I don't know.
Is it necessary, you think?
Yes, it's very necessary.
Why do you say that?
Well, you know what happened not long ago.
Well, you can see the crowds here at the U.S. Open. They are rather along the line, so officials are asking everyone to come an hour before match time so that you can be properly checked. Also, not only are NYPD here, but federal authorities are also among the crowd, such as the FBI. We're live at the U.S. Open at Flushing Meadows. Rose Walia, CBS 2 News. Back to you.
All right, Rose, thank you. Well, the September 11th tragedy, of course, going to be remembered on this opening day of the championship. There will be a special tribute ceremony this evening. More on this part of the story. We go to CBS 2 News reporter Amy Stone. Amy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Michael and Cindy. Well, after the fans clear the security gates, they'll notice a lot has changed at the National Tennis Center, which is now covered with patriotic pride, from everything from T-shirts and posters to the new programs and even a temporary sculpture. The USTA is putting the U.S. back in the U.S. Open. Defending champ Venus Williams and Andre Agassi warmed up this morning, a typical sight for fans at the U.S. Open. But surrounding the players at this year's tournament, plenty of red, white, and blue.
I think it's appropriate. I hope I don't cry. It was the first thing we noticed when we came in was the statue, the honor to the firemen. It was a very nice thing to see.
Last year, the men's finals concluded 36 hours before the entire world changed. And we thought about what we could do in our little way to pay tribute to civilian and uniform heroes.
The Tennis Stars and Stripes begins tonight. For the first time in 8 years, a mayor will be here to welcome all. Mayor Bloomberg is expected to speak at the Salute to Heroes opening ceremony tonight. They'll raise the flag that flew over the World Financial Center and overseas in Afghanistan. Honor guards from the NYPD, FDNY, Port Authority, and the Marines will carry the colors. Tony Bennett will sing America the Beautiful, and every night for 2 weeks, each match will begin with tributes to WTC heroes.
Our goal over the course of the next couple of weeks is to have people come and watch the greatest athletes in the world on the grittiest tennis and toughest tennis stage in all the world, to come and have fun, to know that they're in the safest place in the world, and at the same time to duly acknowledge those that have done so many things in the past year so that we can in fact have this tournament.
It's a nice way to remember everyone.
Queen Latifah will be singing in the national anthem, and I was just told they just released 2,000 tickets for tonight's opening ceremony, as well as the matches, which include Andre Agassi and Serena Williams. You can come to the box office to get tickets or call Ticketmaster. The ceremony starts at 7, and as Rose said, get here early. Live at Flushing Meadow, Amy Stone, CBS 2 News. Amy, thank you. Well, you couldn't have asked for a better day to kick off the U.S. Open. It is gorgeous outside. Let's get a quick check of the weather with meteorologist Craig Allen. Hey, Craig.
Is it ever, Cindy? We have a beautiful day going. I hate to say it, this might be the best day of the entire week for the Open, but it is so nice outside, as you can see around the region, and most of the people out here are in short sleeves and shorts, and it's just going to be wonderful. Take a look at our satellite radar picture now, and you'll see that there's cloudiness off to our south. There's showers and thunderstorms off to our south. The problem is some of that's coming up this way later in the week. Let's take a quick look at the forecast for today now, and you can see that it calls for 80 to 85, sunshine giving way to increasing clouds. The full forecast will be coming up a little later in the newscast. Cindy, Michael?
All right, Craig, thank you. Well, if you are coming out here to the Open at the National Tennis Center, you can, well, certainly expect some traffic. Perhaps that's a little obvious, but let's see how things are shaping up right now. Jim Smith's up at Chopper 2. He's got the story for us. Hey, Jim.
And, Michael, we're high above the Grand Central Parkway, and the added security, not the only reason why you should leave plenty of extra time. The Grand Central Parkway already seeing traffic between the Kew Gardens interchange and the Tennis Center. That goes for the other roadways leading into the area, the Van Wyck Expressway, Long Island Expressway. Best way to get here, the number 7 train or the Long Island Railroad, drop you off right at the front door of the stadium. Cindy and Michael, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you.
We have much more from the U.S. Open still ahead.
Right now, though, let's take a look at some of the other big news stories today.
CBS 2 News anchor Lisa Hill is at the Broadcast Center in Manhattan. Good afternoon, Lisa.
Good afternoon to you, Cindy and Michael. In the news this afternoon, the battle against the West Nile virus heats up. Later today, health officials may reveal whether the virus caused a Long Island man's death. Preliminary tests suggest 81-year-old Joseph Chiella of Melville died of the West Nile virus, but the final blood tests are due back today. Infected mosquitoes have been found in all 5 boroughs, but experts say most people who've been bitten will not show any symptoms nor get sick. All this week, though, health officials are moving ahead with spraying against the West Nile virus. On Long Island, aerial spraying will take place tonight from 7 to 11 o'clock in Babylon, West Babylon, North Babylon, West Islip, and West Bayshore. In Queens, Brookdale and Rosedale will be sprayed tonight at 8:30. And if you need more information about spraying in your particular neighborhood, call the CBS 2 Information Center at 1-866-INFO-2. Again, that number is 1-866-INFO-TWO. In Oregon, the grim work goes on in the case of 2 missing girls. Investigators have already confirmed that a body found over the weekend is one of the missing teenagers, Miranda Gaddis. A second set of remains were discovered inside a concrete slab behind Ward Weaver's home. He is the prime suspect in this case. Experts hope to determine if the remains are of the second missing girl, Ashley Pond. The 2 teenagers disappeared earlier this year, 2 months apart. A security scare at Kennedy Airport forced police to clear out a main terminal last night. It happened after an unattended piece of luggage was found inside a men's room at Terminal 4. Arriving planes were kept on runways for an hour while bomb-sniffing dogs were brought in. Police said there was nothing dangerous inside the bag at JFK. Those are the headlines this hour. I'll be here in the CBS 2 newsroom for any breaking news. Now let's go back to Flushing Meadows. And Cindy and Michael, live at the U.S. Open.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Well, we have your insider's guide to the U.S. Open in the first week of the tournament. If you're looking for the big names, you might want to avoid Arthur Ashe Stadium. That's where many obscure players will be playing, and they usually get beaten by the top seeds. You might want to check out Louis Armstrong Stadium instead, as it is an intimate arena where the early round drama usually happens. The outside courts are also a great place to be. Seats are scarce, but you can get as close as 20 feet away from your favorite players.
We do have a player's profile for you today. A young woman being called the Lance Armstrong of tennis. Her name is Karina Morario, and she's considered the comeback kid by a lot of folks. She's played in 4 U.S. Opens, once considered one of the best women's tennis players 2 years ago anyway. Then that's when her life changed. She was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia that can sometimes be fatal. Karina was hospitalized for 3 months, losing weight and strength from chemotherapy. And back then, she said tennis was the farthest thing from her mind. Today, however, she takes on top seed Serena Williams.
If I don't get my ranking back up to a certain place, and that's not the end of the world. I have the perspective of knowing that there are much, much worse things that can happen to you.
Karina's match is tonight at 7 o'clock in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
And from tennis to baseball, the Little League World Championship trophy is heading to Kentucky. Yesterday, Louisville beat Japan 1-0 to win the series. Aaron Alvey was the star of the show, even though he was in a lot of pain with a shoulder injury. He scored the game's only run with a first-inning homer. Alvey also struck out 11 batters on his way to setting 3 World Series pitching records. Meantime, the Sluggers from Harlem are heading home today. They're going to arrive at Marcus Garvey Park this afternoon to a lot of cheering crowds. Today's festivities kick off a week of VIP treatment, including a private lunch with former President Bill Clinton.
As for those Major League ball players, they're just a few days away now until a possible strike. The Yanks, less than an hour away from playing what could be their last home ball game for some time. We'll have the latest for you.
Also, much more tennis live from the Open. We're going to talk with the president of the United States Tennis Association.
Plus, did you know you can move up to better seats for some of these matches at no extra cost? We'll explain why when we come back. This is the News at Noon right here on CBS.
Closed captioning on CBS 2 is brought to you by the cool Toyota RAV4. Get the feeling. Toyota.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
Foxwoods.
Governor George Pataki.
In the past year, something remarkable has happened. Instead of tough times pulling us apart, they brought us together. We've set aside our differences and united on what makes us all New Yorkers. Pride, hard work, courage, and compassion. I'm proud of what you've done, and I'm proud to be your governor. I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you.
Did you know that the powerful heating medicine in Bengay increases blood flow at the site of application to help ease your aches and pains? Did you also know that Bengay's been scientifically proven to increase range of motion, decrease muscle and arthritis pain, and improve flexibility? And Ultra Strength Bengay has 3 powerful pain-relieving medicines, more than any other leading brand, and that adds up to fast, powerful pain relief. Ultra Strength Bengay, the power you want, the relief you need.
Well, open action topping the sports today, but there's also baseball news as well.
Beautiful day to come check out some of the action here at the U.S. Tennis Center. Beautiful day, Flushing Meadows. We'll talk to Craig Allen in a moment for more on your forecast. But right right now. Gary Apple is in with the headline story.
All right, guys, the big guns right into action here on day one at the U.S. Open. Lindsay Davenport and James Blake will be on center court at Arthur Ashe Stadium in just a short while. Tonight, Andre Agassi and Serena Williams will be featured on center court. Just about an hour ago, play got going here at the National Tennis Center. The American Michael Chang facing Francisco Clavet. And Chang with a strong serve. Chang in the far court now getting to net, and he may be ranked 102nd in the world. He still has the legs. A great forehand winner down the line. He loses his hat but wins the point. Right now in the first set, it is 6-6. Watch this point one more time. Chang still feeds off the crowd here at the National Tennis Center. He's not as quick as he used to be, but the volley and then running around to the forehand side, losing the hat, and wins the point again, 6-6 first set. Also going on right behind us right now in Louis Armstrong Stadium. The 8th seed on the women's side, Justine Enna, made quick work in the first set of Samantha Reeves. Enna winning it in 35 minutes. 6-1 was the score as Reeves sends it into the net. Right now in the second set, it is 4-love, and so Enna is well on her way to moving on. Baseball now, and the players' strike is set for Friday. There has been some slight progress in the negotiations. The owners made a new economic proposal on Sunday, and the players' chief Donald Fear said the differences between the two sides continue to be narrowed, and so stay tuned on that one. The Yankees and the Rangers finishing off their 4-game series at the stadium beginning at 1:05 today. El Duque against Kenny Rogers. The Yankees actually in danger of losing this series to last place Texas after getting beat 3-2 at the stadium on Sunday. A-Rod continues to pound Yankee pitching. That's his 113th RBI. That's a league leader. The Yankees bat silent. Joaquin Benoit shut them out for 6 innings. The Yanks begin the day 7-up on Boston. The Mets, who for them are suddenly red hot. They've won 2 in a row. They have the night off. And you don't have to pay top dollar for some of the best seats in Arthur Ashe Stadium. And these guys are going to tell you about that. I'm Gary Applin. That's Big Apple Sports for this 12 o'clock hour.
All right, Garrett. Thank you very much.
Okay. Also, when we come back, we're going to be joined live by the president of the USTA, and we'll see what he has to say about the 2002 championship.
And it is a down day on Wall Street. Here are the numbers before the hour. The Dow Industrials are down more than 109 points.
S&P 500 also reporting a loss of more than 9 points, and the tech-heavy NASDAQ in the red by 18.
Hi, Ricky. I'm calling to invite you to swim in my pool and relax in the hot tub today.
Oh, we're waiting for the plumber today. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm painting in my studio and playing in the bridge tournament. Afterwards, I'll enjoy dinner. The food is magnificent. But that's why I love having the health club here. My trainer keeps me in great shape. I wish you were here.
Call Cedar Crest Village today for your free information kit.
I'm bubbling over with good news for people who brush their dentures. Brushing can miss odor-causing food particles trapped in crevices, but new Polident has more polybescent power to scrub out what brushing misses. New Polident for better odor control.
When it comes to Medicare, New Yorkers demand practically everything, which is why HIP is proud to present Medicare beneficiaries zip, nada. In a word, zero. As in zero copay for annual physicals, zero copay for office visits, zero copay for hospital admissions, plus unlimited generic prescription drugs, and no-cost eyeglasses. It's HIP VIP Medicare plan, and with it, you get the most out of your Medicare coverage. Plus, if you call now, we'll send you a free copy of Making Sense Out of Medicare, a guide that explains Medicare in easy-to-understand language. Imagine a company that gives you the most out of Medicare for practically nothing. Now that's HIP.
Tennis fans, enter the Advantage Lincoln Sweepstakes, and you can travel well by winning a trip for 2 to Australia or other fabulous prizes. Enter at cbsnewyork.com. Lincoln, proud and enthusiastic sponsor of the 2002 U.S. Open Tennis Championship.
Well, welcome back to a gorgeous day at the U.S. Open.
Not even the least bit hot.
Nope.
We thought we might get some humidity. It might be a little tough. Craig Allen has the details on what we're sure is going to shape up to be a beautiful day. Hey, Craig.
It is going to stay beautiful right through the day today, that is for sure, but humidity probably will start coming in tonight, tomorrow, and into the rest of the week. With humidity comes clouds, the onshore wind, and unfortunately, probably some rainfall. We go to our weather maps now and we take a look and see just how beautiful it is outside. Temperature in Central Park, 75 degrees, sunshine with high clouds right now. Relative humidity is also fairly low, 50%. We have a north breeze, 5 miles per hour. Let's look around our region at this time, and basically temperatures are in the mid-70s. This is just so comfortable. Right here at the stadium, it's 76, and you can see that it's 73 in New City, Cold Spring 72, Deer Park 76. For the most part, temperatures all in the low to mid-70s, very comfortable with that breeze. Out here, there's more of a breeze than there is in the city. All right, taking a look at satellite and radar. Again, it's mostly clear, mostly sunny right now, but look what's coming up from the south. Look at the bottom of the screen there. Not just white from the clouds, but greens and yellows and reds and oranges. Those are all showers and thunderstorms, and they are trying to move northward. That is the concern for later on this week. As you can see from the weather map on Futurecast, cold front comes through, warm front to the south. Actually, that's just a very wavy front with waves of low pressure moving along it. Showers and thunder showers could be a part of the weather picture once it gets going. If not late tomorrow, then Wednesday and off and on Thursday and Friday as well. Now, here are the details. This is the way it looks. For today, the forecast is calling for highs between 80 and 85 degrees, plenty of sunshine, just those high clouds beginning to increase, but no rain. No rain today, nothing for tonight's matches either. We take a look at tonight's forecast, and it is also dry. The low here in the city, about 70. The humidity comes up a little bit, but it's still comfortable in the suburbs. Upper 50s, north and west, parts of Long Island, just 60 to 65 for the low, and down the Jersey Shore as well. Here's your 5-day forecast, and this is where we start running into some problems here. For Tuesday, the clouds thicken up. By late Tuesday, we get a chance of showers. Wednesday, periods of rain and cool. Thursday, also some showers. And Friday and Saturday may turn out very muggy with showers and thunderstorms from time to time. We'll be watching that very, very closely for you the rest of the week. Michael, Cindy?
All right, Craig, thank you.
Well, throughout the broadcast, we've been giving you lots of facts about the U.S. Open, but there wouldn't be a tournament without the United States Tennis Association.
Joining us right here on our U.S. Open set, USTA President and Chairman of the Board, Merv Heller. It's great to have you with us today. We talked a bit earlier about the security and, of course, the 9/11 tribute, but now, after tonight, really, tennis takes center stage. You've got a great lineup tonight.
We're really excited about tonight. Obviously, the opening ceremony is going to be a very moving, perhaps very emotional tribute to the survivors, the victims, the heroes of September 11th, but most important to the spirit of the city. And, of course, then the tennis starts, and Serena Williams, and even that story is an incredible one because her opponent, Karina Mariu, is a cancer survivor. A year ago, she came up to visit the Open and could only stay a couple days because she was that weak. She was in the middle of battling leukemia. And tonight, she walks out on the court, and somebody asked me, doesn't she have a tough battle tonight against Serena? I said, no, she's fought her toughest battle. Serena is no contest compared to what she's been through.
That is so true.
And then the second match, Andre Agassi and the young American Robbie Ginepri, who you might not know about, but he has been steadily improving, getting better. He's a scrappy young 19, 20-year-old that is just starting to crack the top 100, but a nice young man, and it'll be an engaging matchup. Certainly Agassi's the favorite.
Now, Amy Stone earlier was telling us that several tickets were released, but there are a lot of tickets available still.
Yeah, tonight we have about 2,000 at $22 that if some people would like to come out and take a shot and come in, because tonight is going to be a very special opening, and we hopefully the New York fans could come out and see it live because it's going to be one that they don't want to miss.
And those tickets are how much, and where would they get them?
22, and there's a main ticket office at the stadium that they could.
So $22, and chances are good that if they come out, they might be able to get one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Strange talking about old men at 31 years old. Sampras, Agassi,
Agassi's 32.
Yeah,
really
he's a real old-timer.
Right,
He's got,
right.
Leighton Hewitt now, early 20s, a favorite. He won it last year.
Yes, yes.
Are these guys, like Agassi and Sampras, too old to compete?
Well, I would take you back to 1991 when a guy named Jimmy Connors at age 39 got to the semifinals and had some of the most historic and best matches ever. I think that the aging is not as important as the attitude and the ability to stay in shape. And being 55, I feel very strongly about that.
What do you like, Venus or Serena in the finals? Because most people assume it's going to come.
I understand what you're saying. I'm going out on the limb. I'm picking an American woman to be in the finals and win it.
What a ring.
Let's not forget Lindsay Davenport, Monica Seles, and a host of others, Jennifer Capriati. We've got a great women's draw and a lot of great American women.
A lot of fun. Merv, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. Well, looking now at some stories we're following for later today. Police in northern Westchester and Putnam are investigating a of dollars in damage, striking dozens of times.
And coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll talk about a possible medical breakthrough. Could be very, very huge here. The largest study ever on autism. It uncovers a potential treatment. We'll have the details for you in Health Watch.
And the news at noon returns in a moment with a look at how you can move up to closer seats at the Open without paying an extra penny.
News on CBS 2 brought to you by Smithfield Lean Generation Pork and legendary Smithfield Hams.
For the last time, just because we have a Smithfield ham for dinner doesn't mean it's Christmas. Now knock it off.
Legendary Smithfield hams. Delicious any time of year.
Your pulse will pound. Your palms will sweat.
I can't take it.
And you're just playing at home. It's faster. It's tougher.
You know, these things are so easy at home.
It's more exciting than ever. It's the new weekday version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
We got money!
I'm going for it. With host Meredith Vieira.
Are you ready to play?
New shows, new millionaires. Millionaire, 5 days a week beginning September 16th at 4 on CBS 2.
Andrew Cuomo has a record of real results. He started a nonprofit that took 75,000 people off our streets and into jobs and housing. The New York Times labeled it a national model. As President Clinton's housing secretary, Cuomo overhauled a $30 billion agency. He managed a $500 billion mortgage fund, bringing home ownership to record highs. And Cuomo's economic development programs created more than 300,000 new jobs nationwide. Andrew Cuomo, strong leadership, real results.
Watch Leslie Gore, Dionne Warwick, and Pat Boone only on Hollywood Square's Classic Music Week.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
At the North Shore Animal League, we bring friends together. Adopt a free dog, cat, puppy, or kitten at the North Shore Animal League, where the best friends in life are free.
I weigh less now than I did on my wedding day.
LA Weight Loss Centers, slimming America one client at a time.
Shopping is just a joy now. I can tuck in shirts, I can wear regular jeans.
I walk, I jog, I do all kinds of things I never had the energy to do before.
LA Weight Loss is my savior.
LA Weight Loss gave me back my life.
LA Weight Loss Centers. Call for your free consultation. 1-800-526-SLIM.
Oil prices, high and going higher. So what's driving costs up and what does it mean for the economy? We'll drill for answers tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Hi, I'm Russ Mitchell. This morning on The Early Show, we look at the increasing problems of telemarketing and mail fraud. For information on how to protect yourself from becoming a victim, click on to CBSNews.com. And tomorrow morning, there's going to be some lightning fast pool action as we try to smash the Guinness Book of World Records. So wake up to what's happening on The Early Show.
What are critics saying about The Guardian? That's great. Find out what all the buzz is about. The Guardian, CBS Tuesday.
Welcome back. Just want to get you a quick update on our top stories this hour.
Let's check in again with CBS 2 News anchor Lisa Hill in the newsroom.
Thank you, Cindy and Mike. Thanks. Test results released later today may reveal whether the West Nile virus caused the death of a Long Island man. 81-year-old Joseph Chiella of Melville died on August 19th. Final blood tests are due back today, but preliminary tests suggest he did contract the West Nile virus. Health officials are stepping up their spraying campaign to kill mosquitoes that spread this potentially deadly virus to people. Spraying begins tonight in several neighborhoods on Long Island and Queens, and they will continue throughout the week. That is your news update from the CBS 2 newsroom. I'm Lisa Hill. Cindy and Mike, back to you.
All right, Lisa, thank you.
And we have another little U.S. Open insider tidbit for you, and this is a really good one for all you night owls.
Yeah, if you have the nosebleed seats way up there and the match heads into the wee hours of the morning, you might be able to get an upgrade. Last year, the fans were asked to move into the lower sections of Arthur Ashe Stadium during the best night matches like this one between Agassi and Sampras.
It looked better on television, and the crowd had more fun, too.
And a beautiful day, by the way, just to head out, spend a little time out here, get to see the stars, enjoy the wonderful weather, and that'll do it for us at CBS 2 News at noon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Michael Pomeranz.
And I'm Cindy Hsu. See you again this afternoon on First News at 4:30. And remember, News at Noon will be live from the U.S. Open all week long. Have a good afternoon.
An unsung hero of 9/11. Tonight on CBS 2 News at 6, this New Yorker gave his life to save his co-workers. Now hear the sacrifices family must make to honor his memory and stay true to their faith. Tonight on CBS 2 News at 6.
It's a classic New York story. Two guys from different backgrounds finding common ground.
Dennis is one of the most amazing people you've never heard of. He built up a great family business, he knows how to create jobs, and he's also worked to improve education.
Carl personifies the American dream. He's proof that education is the key to opportunity. Carl will be the education governor we need. He'll be a great champion for our schools.
Education, jobs, opportunity.
That's what our campaign's all about.
It's about our future.
Medicare medication coverage. Are you having difficulty using inhalers or mixing your breathing medications? Do you use Proventil or Albuterol, Atrovent, Combivent, or other breathing medications? Did you know that if you qualify, Medicare covers breathing medications that are already premixed? To find out if you qualify, call us at Med4Home, toll free at 1-800-949-3988.
There is a rhythm to life. We sleep at night and wake in the morning. It's this sleep cycle that helps keep us in a healthy balance. But for millions of Americans, sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. Patients who abuse prescription sleep aids may become dependent. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. Take Ambien only when you can devote a full 7 to 8 hours to sleep and wake rested and ready to start your day. Talk to your doctor about Ambien. Ambien works like a dream.
The worst kind of identity theft.
Tonight at 11 on CBS 2, they'll get a deed to your house, cash out your equity while you're still living there.
It could happen to anyone.
CBS 2 reports. Home Sweet Home, stolen.
Tonight at 11 on Nightcast.
I can't believe I waited so long to ask my doctor. It was just a couple of toenails, except they were all thick like in yellow.
I tried treating it myself from the outside. Nothing worked. So finally I just asked him. You know what he told me? It's an infection.
An infection? One that lives deep inside and under the nail.
He told me about Lamisil tablets. It's a prescription medicine that treats it deep in there where the infection lives. Not just on the surface. Nails it from the inside out. Hey, it's the #1 prescription for this infection.
After 3 months of treatment, I saw clear nails starting to grow.
Now my nails are looking good.
Lamisil isn't for people with liver or kidney problems. Rarely serious side effects on the liver or serious skin reactions have occurred, so your doctor may do blood tests. Other side effects, including headache, diarrhea, indigestion, and rash, were generally mild.
Hey, you can't treat this yourself from the outside. You gotta see the doctor and ask him if Lamisil tablets are right for you.
Lamisil tablets. Nail the infection from the inside out.
Governor George Pataki.
In the past year, something remarkable has happened. Instead of tough times pulling us apart, they brought us together. We've set aside our differences and united on what makes us all New Yorkers. Pride, hard work, courage, and compassion. I'm proud of what you've done, and I'm proud to be your governor. I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you.
Like all of us, Kenny Diaz has to get up and get dressed for work in the morning. UCP helps him perform this basic task with a tool that allows him to hold on to his socks and his dignity.
Dr. Phil's new interview and a celebrity wedding next ET.
Don't miss the show that's a tasty TV delight. All new Big Brother, CBS Wednesday.
What the hell's going on in that room, Lori?